Welcome back, everyone. I hope everyone sent their homework to me. If you didn't, send it to me in the next 2 days and I won't treat it as late. This lesson is about the last 3 art elements. These elements build off of the other 4 and is why Young Hung and I decided to put them last. We will review color, value, and texture. For color. Color is one of the most complicated of the art elements. Last year, all students learned color theory for the written test. I will not repeat color theory for this lesson. Instead, I will speak about how color is also an element of art. Here are 2 different color wheels, but they represent the same concept. The definition of color is very simply how the human eye sees light when it bounces off an object. Don't understand? That's okay. For artists, we do not need to understand the complicated physics of light, but we do have to know how it's used in artwork. Included here are famous artworks by Van Gogh. He is known for his vibrant colors. They display a very intense emotional feeling when looking at the paintings. The bright colors make the picture seem alive to me. Here we have included 2 students' artwork who use color very well. The first one on the left is the peacock, where the artist used color to separate the many layers of feathers. Notice how they never have the same color side by side? This is to separate the different feathers so they don't all blend together. The one on the right is a flower design. This painting uses color in a very similar way as the other one because it uses color to separate the different layers of the flowers and the background. Value. The definition of value is how light change and how we represent this light change. It can be shown through color by the change of hue by making a color lighter or darker. Hue is simply the technical term for color. For example, the apple on the left shows a change of hue where the shadows are in comparison to the light area. I will first quickly explain value in terms of color, then I will go into grayscale. Here is a student's artwork of a still life painting. The vase is a great example of how to use color to show value change. They did not simply add white to blue to make it lighter. Instead, they used many different blue hues, including ultramarine, cobalt blue, cerulean blue, along with white in the highlighted area. Here, all the different hues of blue represent how value changes between the light and dark areas of the vase. They also did this with the apples and the cup, but I will talk about the cup when I explain texture. But first, we'll talk about value in terms of grayscale. When showing value in grayscale, you are using different tones to represent the change of light and dark. Here is an example of a sketch where the student represents value change by using different graphite pencils. For the dark space, or shadow, we typically use 5B. For lighter areas, we use HB or B. Every student at Young Hung Art Studios must pass a geometrical sketch examination. This is an example of an exam. Here is a painting of a ribbon by one of our students. She did a beautiful job showing the value changes by changing the hue of the ribbon. The student also showed warm and cool tones between the red ribbon and the blue background. The final element we're going to talk about is texture. Texture combines all of the art elements. The definition of texture in art is how artists show different materials in their artwork. Texture in art represents a physical feeling. It suggests how the surface may feel to a person if they were to touch it. but it's just an illusion. If it is a painting, the surface will feel like canvas because it is canvas. But the artist made it look like another material. The most successful artworks combine many different textures, such as this one. Metal in a vase, which is represented by adding reflections of different colors to show shines in the material. We also have peaches that are smooth and represented by using smooth brush strokes. Another important texture is the cloth. We are always learning how to paint or draw the folds of the cloth and how light and dark is represented on soft cloth. Here are two examples of professional artwork showing different textures. The one on the left shows water texture, and the one on the right very successfully shows a glass holding water as well as an orange peel. Here are two students' artwork. The one on the left is a still life painting that shows the texture of the metal kettle very well. The one on the right is a clay model sculpture. The artist did a wonderful job at clearly showing the wood texture here, the leaves, and the beautiful roses. Finally, homework. This is the final step. For this lesson, your task is to create an artwork that incorporates some of the art elements we learned. It is due when you return to class. See you all soon.